bum, bum. We are back, and we are going to have it. Thank you. Everybody's in a good mood tonight.
Oh,
is there a full moon?
Wonderful. Yeah, yes, there is. It's coming in 2 more days.
Aha. That's it. You can always tell. People get on edge or a little funky during a full moon.
Yeah.
Crazy and wild, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's as good as excuse as any, I guess.
All right, ladies, we got a big lineup tonight. If you just joined us, I've mentioned George Siegel, Teresa Brewer, Monty Rock, Elliot Gould, and this gentleman. Some of you may be familiar with him from the Bob Newhart show. If not, you can see Bob starting tomorrow night for 4 weeks at the Frontier in Las Vegas, where he's appearing with Paul Williams, Ray Stevens. If you have the misfortune of missing him there, he will also be appearing at Harrah's starting August the 6th. He will also be in our lobby right after the show, selling jams and jellies and homemade fudge. Would you welcome Mr. Robert Newhart?
I mean, you made it sound like that's the only reason I'm here because I'm going to Vegas for 4 weeks with Ray Stevens and Paul Williams and then Harris for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. You go there after Las Vegas.
I was going to play them at the same time, but it's so hard to get a plane back and forth.
No, I don't think the only reason you come on the show is to do some cheap, not cheap plugs, but I mean some, just to announce your itinerary, that you would be that mercenary about it. I assume that you come here just to...
Also, I've been on with almost every substitute host, except you, and I felt I should come on and say hi. And that's really all I would like to do, is just say hi and leave.
And get out of here.
That's possible.
Now that you've got the plugs out of it. No, I think the least you can do is stay a few minutes and...
Well, it's a dog-eat-dog business, Tom. You know.
Did you hear that ovation?
I mean, there's a saying, as you know, in our business, you be nice to people on the way up because you run into the same people on the way down, which happens to be false. You run into entirely different people on the way down.
Yeah.
So there's little point in being nice to people on the way up.
That's right. I say smash. Whoever gets in your way, walk over them right to the time. Well, you've never had that in your career, though. You've always been up there, right?
Oh no, there was a brief period.
When your show went off the air.
Yeah.
The original show on CBS.
First show, yeah. No, on NBC.
Yeah. I know the feeling. That's happened to me also. And it is strange, isn't it?
Well, it hasn't happened in 12 years.
Well, no, I've been lucky enough to have this.
Lucky's a good word.
I guess it'll do.
We've seen some of the specials, the American myself. I sure wouldn't leave this part.
No, I got it made.
Some people, it's like a game show MC. I mean, you're destined to do one thing the rest of your life, and this is pretty much it for you.
At least you don't ring a bell and run over and say honk and do a horn thing. I mean, you know. Did you ever do a game show? Never had one of those, huh?
No. I was offered one during that twilight or the valley of my career, which was not that bad. It beat being an accountant.
That's right, which you used to be.
Which I used to be, yes. That's why I said it beat.
Do you still keep your own books?
No, I really
don't.
I'm really not that good at it. I wish I were. It is so involved. I try to nod. I have an accountant, and he explains to me about, I don't know, tax things, and I try to nod knowingly, but I have no idea what he's talking about. It's like a foreign tongue.
Yeah, I'm not good at that either. You mentioned you're working with Ray Stevens and who?
Well, I'm doing 2 weeks with Paul Williams and then 2 weeks with Ray Stevens.
You usually go on with a pretty girl singer, don't you?
Yes, I worked with Teresa, who's on tonight.
Oh, she sounds I love her.
I don't, I worked with Paul before. I've never worked with Ray before. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not, they're kind of, well, at least Ray is country and Western, which I'm really not, I'm not into that.
Don't you dig that?
Well, I enjoy it. I just, I don't understand people. I'm from Chicago, but I have relatives from Kentucky. I don't understand people at all from Louisiana, and Georgia. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Don't understand anything.
I was in the Army with a guy named Gus Broussard from
That's got to be Louisiana.
Campty, Louisiana. And
Is he a Cajun?
Cajun, and we had the bunk next to each other, and every day he'd wake up. He spoke to me for 2 years in the Army. To this day, I haven't the slightest idea what he was saying.
That's funny you mentioned that because I said Cajun right away because I used to know a fellow because I was stationed for a while in Jackson, Mississippi, and I had a guy, I haven't heard from him in 20-some years, Manu Arsenault.
Manu, well, he's probably a good friend of Gus's.
Gus's Broussard, the same thing, and they do have a rhythm in the speech that is...
Well, he would say, drill, don't, middle, rest, and you say, damn right, Gus, boy, that's so true.
Everybody's doing that.
Wow. Stay on, blab. It sounds like a tape going backwards or something. If he had been Paul Revere, we would still be under British rule. He would have written through Boston like, Bell Jones, my rail,
Jim Bell, yeah. What? Presley has a little of that, doesn't he? Oh.
You know what, I don't mean to offend Doc, because I know this is, and I guess if
That's all right, that's what he's here for.
Well, I guess. I was trying to be nice.
Of course.
Everyone offends Doc, so why should I be? Especially with numero uno, not even a substitute host. The country and western songs, and I'm going to offend a lot of people, but I must say it. I think it's one song. They changed the title, but it's the same song. The dog died and the wife left, and I'm so lonely, and yeah, and that's...
You won't go, man.
Look out now.
What? You must get in.
We may have a hit right now.
No.
Just what we
We
did.
just keep doing this. Well, got a cup of coffee, railroad. You get those in. If you get railroad shack, cup of coffee, or prison in the song. So if you said, hey, a cup of coffee, railroad track going by prison farm, you got a hit. Look out! Look out! Wow, she left me. Johnny Cash will probably show up tomorrow night and break our face for saying that, because he's raw. He's.
I heard that.
I wouldn't fool with Johnny Cash.
Well, I don't plan to.
What'd you do in the service? You mentioned being in the army. You were in the army.
Yes, our Army.
Yes, on our side. I know
Our
that.
side, yes. I was in the Korean War. I was a clerk typist. I'm not going to lie about it.
No, I wasn't trying to embarrass you. We need clerk typists. I mean, we do. You could type up my discharge when I was getting out of the front
You
line.
could get
That's
a
probably what
nasty
you did.
paper cut that would smart for a week.
Yeah.
But that's not the important thing. I guess we all served and tried to do our thing.
Of course we did. How long did you go in as a private?
I was drafted, which I'm
I see.
extremely proud of.
They came and got you, is what you're trying to
They got
say.
me, and 2 years later, I left. And as I was leaving, they followed up my number. It was 5-6 instead of 5-5, and I was afraid to say anything for fear that there's some remote regulation that if they follow up your number, you can spend 2 more years in the Army. So I didn't say a thing. It was not one of my... looking back, as I think World War II, most people, it was a marvelous experience. I'm glad I did it, but I hated every minute of it.
Didn't care for it.
Didn't care for it. During the Korean War, it was not the one that all the people voted the benefits down on. That's the one I was in.
You got no benefits?
You were in the big one.
Yes, you're right about that. That was in the paper.
Yeah.
I'll read the big one. Did you go to school on the GI Bill when you got out?
Yes.
I didn't know. Well, you got that then.
Yeah, we got that. Punch.
Come out here. I know, I'm going to sing. Now a word from Toyota, small car specialist for 40 years. We are back.
I must say that the band has never sounded better.
That's true. That's true. You mentioned now you've been here when somebody's been sitting in as a guest host. You haven't hosted here for a while.
No, I haven't. I did it for a while, as you know.
Yes.
And it's I'm not going to go through that whole thing about how tough it is, but it is an extremely tough job. I was only there for 3 weeks, so to be there for a long time is really, you have my admiration. I'm not going to bore people with that.
Well, you're not boring me.
It is a very extremely tough job, and Freddie has been kind enough to ask me to do it again, and when I have weeks off from the show, that's not one of my favorite things, because, I mean, it is a very tough job. I was hosting one time, you were off for some reason. You didn't feel like doing it, I guess. That's what they told me. You didn't feel like doing it this week. No one could reach you. They didn't want, he was in Florida or somewhere. And Jenny, it was in New York, and I called my wife, Jenny. And I call her Jenny anyway, but I called her on the phone, and I said, what happened?
How else would you?
I would speak every night to Jenny. And she said, I broke my toe. And I said, well, what'd you do? She said, I was in the shower, and I tripped and broke my toe. And I said, well, what did you do about it? And she said, I called a doctor, and he said, well, try to stay off it as much as you can.
Good.
And try not to bump into things with it. And I said, what did that cost? And she said, $50. And I said, you could have stopped a wino in the street and said, I just broke my toe, and he would have given virtually the same advice. Try to stay off it and try not to bump into things. And I got a note from a doctor, and he said, I know it sounds strange, that kind of advice, but you have to understand that patients are strange also. And he explained to me that they, sometimes before surgery, patients have to take an enema, and it comes in a plastic square container. And doctors found it necessary to print on the outside of the square plastic container that they should remove it before using it. Remove it from the plastic square container before using it. Because they were getting patients coming in with strange expressions on their faces.
Eyes crossed.
I just sort of evening it up with doctors. I wasn't making fun of doctors, but I guess they have their problems too.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I know what you're talking about. There's a...
It's inside the plastic. Do you have a paper or something?
No.
I mean, they understand.
I know, I'm slow today. I've been here a long time, and your brain sometimes short circuits when you do this. You've just said this is not easy, and I'm proving it.
Well, you certainly are.
You know, you think
It's easier than that.
that I'm making it look at the present time. Sometimes you have to make it look difficult to justify with them paying you each week, so sometimes I stumble around and make it look extremely hazardous. What were we talking? We're talking something about
I don't know.
Retirement. No, during the commercial.
Oh, I had mentioned to you, I'm sort of identified. I got a letter from a young girl when I'm doing the show, and she said, my parents said they saw you in Bridgeport, Connecticut about 15 years ago. I had done a concert there, and she said, I didn't realize you did anything before the Bob Newhart show.
Isn't that strange when you go the cycle again?
But she was like 15 or 16 years old, and there's no reason she should, and it kind of shocked me. And so I would like to do a routine. Now, this is not one of the ones I'm maybe identified with.
The classics.
Well, I wouldn't call them classics.
Well, I would call them
Well,
that.
I told it it's a very difficult job, so I guess
I think some of the
fair
things
for you to say these are
the
classics.
driving instructor, I think the Abraham Lincoln press agent, all those things, the Khrushchev visit, those are classic pieces, really. Those don't come along very often.
Retirement party.
They're great. They're great.
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Those are wonderful. All of those. Some of those you'll be doing at the Frontier, won't you? Opening tomorrow night.
I don't do. This is a thing on. There was an item in the paper, because the funniest things in life are always the true things. I'm sure you found that also. It doesn't matter whether you have or not, I'm going to do it anyway.
That's right. This is just kind of...
Or Doc has.
This is the setup. This is the set.
Yes.
Right.
This is the set, what we call a set. There was an item in the paper that the United States government had given $300 to witch doctors because they had found out that there was some validity to some things witch doctors had been doing for years. And the routine is based on a witch doctor functioning as a doctor in the United States might function.
All right.
So, phone me. It's about 3 in the morning. I hope this works.
I do too. Because it's a classic.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, yes, Mrs. Crumba. No, that's all right. I would have been getting up in 5-6 more hours anyway. What seems to be the problem? The sheep are dying and your son is seeing demons. There's a lot of that going around. I wouldn't worry about it. It sounds like a 24-hour curse to me. I tell you what, do you have any bark of a tree that was struck by lightning in the light of a full moon around the house? Yeah, you might grind some of that up and put it under his pillow tonight. Yeah. And then call me in the morning if he isn't feeling better. I tell you what, you might try burying him under a tree where a lot of hyenas congregate. Well, it won't help them, but sometimes their laughter becomes infectious, and it might cheer him up. Gee, I'm sorry, Mrs. Kroom, but I don't make house calls anymore. Well, I tell you what, I haven't danced around a hut in so long, I really don't think I... Well, they're very similar dances, and one is a rain dance, and it might rain for 3 or 4 days, so I'd be afraid to try it, you know? Well, if he isn't better by Wednesday, let me give you a number, 452-0617. No, that isn't the office, that's the country club, yeah.
That's funny. Funny premise. Funny premise. We'll be back. We have a word here, and then stay with us. George Siegel will join us, Elliot Gould, Teresa Brewer, and Monty Rock.
Okay, we are back. George Carlin's here tonight. George Carlin has had a tremendous influence on a lot of the newer comedians because he is unique in his style. And he appears in the recent movie Prince of Tides. And he just has his 8th HBO concert airs this month, and he's just nominated for an Emmy for his children's show on PBS called Shining Time Station. He's going to be performing in New Orleans this Saturday night. Woods, welcome, Mr. George Carlin.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Good to see everybody. This is my last Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and this is my 105th Tonight Show. By no means, certainly not a record. A lot of people are up around 200, I understand, but 105 of them. And I always did a stand-up, didn't I, Johnny? Always did a stand-up. None of that, let's sit right down and, talk about my goat's operation or something. 6 minutes per monologue, a total of 10.5 hours, standing here or in New York in the same spot. And that's a lot of time. I could have had sex 3 or 4 times during that. But it is good to be here. And this is the first time doing the show without any pressure at all of hoping they'll invite me back. Commissary, can't say enough about the commissary. Went there again tonight, Johnny. The penguin, cacciatore. Sauteed bat groins I had. Very good, very good. And the diced loon. Also, you might be interested, Johnny, a wonderful new restaurant in the valley, Top of the Schmuck. Have you been there yet? Yes, well, it's a big 15-story statue of a schmuck, and the restaurant is in the Hat Band. You might want to drop in. Really a good place. You have to forgive me, I'm a little nervous tonight. I only started recently shaving my legs. And boy, that takes a lot of foam, doesn't it? And the aftershave, whoa. But I'm not feeling completely well. I was traveling in Pennsylvania recently, and I was beaten up. Oh, you're from Pennsylvania. I was beaten up by a buggy full of Amish people. I'm not expecting it. Anyway, working on a nice new investment of mine, a roach spray. It doesn't kill the roaches, but it fills them with self-doubt as to whether or not they're in the right house. You know you have a drinking problem when you get in a fist fight over the outcome of Jeopardy. I would like to announce tonight I am no longer saying have a nice day. I got finished with that years ago, but I don't believe you should put the responsibility on a person of having a complete nice day. I'm giving specific short-term well wishes now. I say things like, have a satisfying mid-morning, or a rewarding post-lunch. You know what I say at 5 o'clock? Have an interesting dusk. Figured out the security thing at our house. For years we had security problems. Put up a sign, pit bull on angel dust. And nobody has come by except 2 guys on angel dust, actually. And as long as we're talking about signs, you know that sign, severe tire damage, do not back up? Well, when you're going through there forward, don't you worry a little anyway? Maybe they didn't get it right. Maybe a guy on drugs installed the spikes. Or maybe you're on drugs. And you're hoping you're going forward. Say, am I backing up? Well, let me take a look at the spikes. Oh, can't see them. Better back up a little. Have you ever noticed that the Ku Klux Klan has never really produced any great composers? Just an observation. You know what kind of surgery you never hear about? Nose enhancement. See, many of these are not intended to be funny. Many of these, in honor of my last Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, are just observations. I'm hoping that they lower the drinking age. I just want to see a sign in a bar that says, you must be 11 and prove it. Some people think of the glass as half full. Some people think of the glass as half empty. I think of the glass as too big. If you fall asleep in a house where there is an adult woman present, when you wake up, you will have a blanket on you. You know those toilet seat covers that they have on the wall in the bathroom, public bathrooms? They come in packages of 250. Someone had to decide that. Another one of those interesting observations. You know you're in the wrong store when one of your personal checks is framed on the wall behind the clerk. Do you think it's more immoral to kill a 300-pound person or 2 150-pound persons? Why must hailstones always be the size of something else? Names are very important. I think the Second World War would have been a lot easier if his name had been Slim Hitler. 3 observations in 1 monologue. You know what you never see, and I'll close with this. You never see a really romantic French ballad singer with a 12-pound cyst on his neck.
Love to see you work. I think Sparky or Biff Hitler would have done it.
Sparky Hitler, yeah.
See?
Yeah, I think you're right.
You just needed that.
Names are so important.
Sparky or Biff.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Stay where you are.
We'll be back.
Or Spunky, Sparky. We're back with George Carlin. Indeed we are, friends. Congratulations on that. That's nice. That's nice to get the Emmy for PBS on the kids' side.
It's a nomination, and I hope it
marvelous.
happens. I'm up against Mr. Rogers, though.
Oh.
So we'll
Can
see.
you say, I hope so?
I'll be practicing.
Yeah. When's the first time you did this show before I took it over, didn't you?
Yes.
You go back to the Par days.
My first time on was with my partner, Jack Burns. Jack later got more fame with his other partner, Avery Schreiber.
You're right.
Burns and Schreiber. but got more fame. That's a strange phrase.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to say notoriety because I don't like that word.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Dreams come true. Dreams come true. Jack and I were still in radio in Fort Worth.
Right.
And we wanted to be nightclub comedians. And he was the nighttime newsman, and I was the disc jockey from 7 to midnight. And afterwards, we would go home, we would turn on the TV, watch the Jack Parr show, and then we would fantasize doing mock interviews as what we would say if we were on there. And this happened every night. And some of them got very funny, and I was just sitting there in our underwear, you know, watching TV, watching the Parr show, and 7 months later, we were on it. Which is amazing. You know, I mean, we still stayed in radio 3 months past that. So 4 months after being in the business in 1960.
Sometimes it works.
Yeah, 1960, Jack and I were on. Arlene Francis was the substitute host that night. We didn't get on with Parr himself. Then I did it once in between Parr and you when they were testing and trying people.
Right.
Mort Saul was kind enough to bring me on. And my first time with you was 1967, and I've done, like I say, 105.
A long time.
Yeah.
Something was in my mind when you were saying that, and it just left me. Does that ever happen to you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that where you got the idea of working the radio station, or the first bit you did about the wild
Willie
disc jockey?
West, yeah, the wonderful wino. Wonderful wino.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I used to...
That's what I thought, radio days.
Yeah, that was that first sort of incarnation of mine during the 60 through 70 when I did a lot of media stuff, Al Sleet, the Hippy Dippy Weatherman, and all those.
But you
those
progressed.
media-
You've always changed and focused in on what's happening and kept ahead of the game.
Well, I've always just kind of listened to myself
Yeah.
and seen what's next, you know. And if I feel something, I really feel strongly, I do it.
Yeah. You got into new investments at all, or anything going that you?
Daytime fireworks. Not a big payoff.
Didn't work out, huh?
No. My biggest concern is the family right now. You know, I've talked to you about my son, D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan, yes.
Yeah.
Unusual name for a boy.
Yeah, well, he's only one of them. There was, of course, Silas, Cheech, Akbar, T-Bone, Winslow, Satan, Night Train, Gargantua, Tonto, and Spud. And Dagwood, I didn't mention Dagwood. Dagwood's having trouble. Dagwood's been arrested again. He's in trouble. Yeah, giving a virgin a hot foot, which I never heard.
I never heard of that.
And doing the
It's a
wave.
little-known crime, isn't it?
Pardon me?
Little-known crime.
It is. It's a misdemeanor. Thank goodness. Doing the wave in church is. Yeah. But he's been in trouble before. You know, staging illegal cow fights.
Illegal cow fights.
And selling improperly labeled yo-yos to a minor. But he had it tough when he was a
Troublesome kid, yeah.
We were in a tough neighborhood. You've heard of Hell's Kitchen?
Yes.
Well, this was in the suburbs, a Hell's Breakfast Nook. Yeah, and he had a little dog and didn't want to call it Spot. You know what he called it?
No.
Stain.
I've got to cut away. I'm kidding. Not that I want you to stop,
it's a
but
strange
we'll be right back.
My next guest has been described as everything from an old-fashioned man to Huckleberry Finn with hormones. Would you please welcome the #1 international star, Mr. Clint Eastwood. You got a tough act to follow, you know that?
20th and Plum.
20th and Plum.
She's wild.
That really flipped me out because having grown up in small towns, when somebody says you live at 20th and Plum, and as Doc said, that's not the main part of town. Main part of town is First and Main. 20th and Plum is way out.
Yeah.
Well,
She's got more cool than any 10 actors I've ever seen.
Isn't
She's
she?
wild.
Isn't she great?
A piano teacher with double cool.
Well, speaking of cool, they really handed you a spot on that Academy Award night. I thought that was going to be the highlight of the whole awards. I'm really sorry Heston showed up, in a way, but I know the feeling when you're backstage and somebody comes to you and says, Heston's not here. They corralled you, obviously, and said, go out and do the opening stuff, right?
Well, I wasn't even backstage. I was sitting in the audience.
You were down in the
I was
audience?
down in the audience. I didn't have to worry because I didn't have a thing to do till the very end of the show, which was to present Best Picture.
Right.
And Howard Koch, who's normally a very cool, collected type person, comes up to me and his hands were going up and down like a Singer sewing machine. And he says, Charlton Heston hasn't shown up. Well, I didn't know he was supposed to be on the show, so I said, yeah, so.
Big deal, huh?
Yeah, and so he said, he has to read the whole opening thing. He says, can you come back and do it? And I started to say no, and I was looking around for Gregory Peck, and my wife nudged me and said, "Go ahead, you can do it for him." And I was, whoosh, boom.
You were on.
Here I was, you know.
No, most people probably realize, having seen so much television through the years, that most things are either on teleprompter or cue cards. But it's one thing having seen what you're going to do, and even do it well then, but not having seen it and having to do it cold would throw the most professional actor. Because, first of all, you don't know what they're really saying as you come to it, right? You just see each line come up, and you don't know where they're going.
Each time they lift a card, and you don't know where they're going. Plus the fact that he called me backstage, and he said, here, he says, you can do this. And I look at it, and it's all written with these biblical terms, and it's written for a man who played Moses, which, needless to say, I haven't done. And then he says, well, I said, I can't do this, Howard. I said, it's absolutely impossible. It's not written for me, and even if it was, I'm not sure it's the right kind of, and then he goes, say anything, say anything. So I just took the book, and he shoved me right out on the stage, and there I was.
I like it when you said, flip the card, this is not my bag. I thought that was, that's what makes television. I miss the days when television was live, where everything was right now, because you had those minor disasters that set in, and as important as they look at the time, they're really not important in the whole scheme of things.
And everybody would look at each other.
The actors would go up in the lines, and you didn't know what to do. But that's what makes that kind of a show.
Yeah.
You said yourself, you made a joke to yourself. You said, fine dialogue. They give a fellow who's never said, what, 12 lines and...
I think 3 words.
3 words and 12
something.
pictures or something like that.
I can't remember what it was at the time. I was having a small attack.
What do you say to the critics? You get this all the time because you made a joke about it yourself. I think Time Magazine or somebody said you studied at the Mount Rushmore Dramatic Society.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was Time, but I don't say anything to them. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Right. But your films have grossed something like, somebody told me, around $200 million, which is incredible around the world. I don't know anybody who does that.
Yeah, I don't know what the
internationally.
exact figures are. I read in a publication the other day, they had it broken down into various forms, but you know, critics are just like anybody else. They have their opinion, and you hope it's very flattering to your ego if they happen to say, well, fine, I really think this guy did a marvelous job, and you see it in print, and it you know, pumps you up for a second. But the main thing is, how does the public accept
Right.
it?
Because if you let the critics get to you, you can really go around with a king-size knot in your stomach all the time.
Right, exactly.
So you kind of have to just say, hey, forget it.
A lot of barium tests and stuff.
Yes, oh, you've been through that, have you? The barium test, that's a lot of fun. I do a whole monologue thing in my act on that about taking the barium test. When did the term spaghetti western first take effect? Now, those were the westerns, obviously, that were made in Italy. The Fistful of Dollars you made over there was very big, and others, of course. But when was the first time you heard that specific term used to describe
Well, they used to call, I think the Japanese termed them macaroni westerns when they first came out. They came out over there before they did here. At least Fistful of Dollars did, because it was held up in litigation due to a lot of problems in this country. So they called them macaroni westerns, and then somebody else grabbed them, the spaghetti westerns, which was logical because they were Italian productions, though they were filmed in Spain.
Right. Now, did they dub in Italian for those pictures for the foreign market? Did you make them in
Italians
English?
dub every picture. If you're filming a picture in Italy and it's being filmed in Italian, they dub it anyway. They just cue track it. In other words, they've got a mic here like this, and he gets a cue track, and then later on you come in and do a clean track later.
Oh, I see. So none of the very
So
little
they're
of the
used to
dialogue
it,
is
and,
done.
and they're sensational at it. They can sit and completely dub a show, and they've got actors who are trained, Italian actors who are trained to seeing movements of the mouth in English and syncing it in. And Japan the same way.
I've seen some of them. They do remarkable work.
Sensational.
Let me take a break here, and we will come right back.
Now, we were talking about his sense of humor. This man has an odd sense of humor, really off the wall. I'm going to give you a quick story to show you what he did to me one night. We had dinner about a year ago, I guess, at a restaurant out in Malibu called the Beau Rivage. Very nice. As we left that night, I was backing out of the parking lot, and the cat hangs around out there. It's like it's a pet of the restaurant or the owner's cat, and I hear this kind of squeal, and we drove home. This man calls me the next day and says, you know, the owner called me, and you backed over his cat and killed him. I said, oh, my God. I said, I didn't know. Well, of course, I hadn't. I did, but I didn't know that. So a month passes, and we decide to go back to this restaurant. And I said, I don't know whether I really want to go there, Mike, or maybe they'll be mad at me. He says, no, let's go. So I, in my sense of humor, I called the owner, and I says, would it be possible tonight at dinner to get a big tray with one of those big covers on it? And I brought this little toy flattened cat to put in there and think. I said, boy, won't this be funny after dinner? Waiter comes with a menu. Here's the menu. And if you look at it and see the printing, I'm not a calligrapher, but I guess it's something like Old English script, right? So I'm reading the menu, and he's sitting across looking at me, and I look, let's see, I have escargot positano, and I see tureen of tabby. That's it. I want you to look at this right here. And scallions, tomatoes, cucumber in 30-weight motor oil. Now I go to and I go right by it. I said, oh, this restaurant gets too fancy, you know. And I go to the next page and I see this one. Pussy Mousse a la Mercedes. Prepared right on the property. And then I get down to this one here, and by that time I'm getting pretty hip, folks. I'm no dummy. And it says, pressed pussy Provençal, served outside in the dark. That was... And, of course, my business with a tureen went right in the dumper because you one-upped me. And your guy up at the show did all this calligraphy.
Did a wonderful job.
Beautiful.
George did it. He's great. Hey, you know, I just want to say one thing. And that is, for any of those families out there who have a relative who has cancer, they know how tough the fight is and how important the mental attitude is and how you pull together and you keep a very, very up attitude. It's, I'm going to beat it kind of thing, because mentally is more than 50% of your medicine. It's more than 50%. The only reason I'm saying that is that it seems so totally insensitive to me, especially since, how do they know what my little kids have been told in my own home, that a tabloid would write 4 weeks left, or it's over. Can you imagine that?
Well, the tabloids have never been
can you imagine
known for their decency or sensitivity.
I mean, it's unbelievable that people can be that way. That's a cancer.
You know,
that's the cancer in our society.
Fortunately, I think most people out there... I think most people watching with a scintilla of intelligence realize that most of those things, like the Inquirer and the Star and some of the others, are garbage. And the words truth and sensitivity should be. You said our piece. Yeah.
Enough of that.
Okay, you've got a show, a pilot that's going on, you made for this fall.
That's right.
Called Us?
Called Us. Made it for CBS. I Don't Get Better. It's their second mistake since buying baseball. Darn, it was a hell of a good pilot. I think I might have busted the odds and had another hit.
You know, I was a little worried about this interview tonight. You've made me feel much better with your attitude. I mean it. Okay, so
anyway, I'll give you a brief thing before you see the clip, because it's a nice scene between Barney Martin plays my father. I was a guy who went to jail for 18 years for something I didn't do. My wife was pregnant at the time. I had life in prison without possibility of parole. I told her to tell the child when he was growing up that I had died and to live your life. I mean, I wasn't going to get out. I want the kid come visiting me. So this is a scene where she's called me on the phone because she's having trouble with the boy. He's now 18 years old. My father dislikes her. He wants me to just be with him. He doesn't think I ever should have married her. And I've just gotten off the phone talking to my wife.
Ready to eat?
Yeah.
I'll just wash up. What you calling here for? What?
What's she calling here for? It's over. It's been over. You gotta get on with your life.
What are you talking about? She's having a problem with her boy.
He's not your kid.
What do you mean he's not my kid? She had to tell him the truth now. He knows he's got a father. He's my kid.
She raised him. If he's got a problem, it's her fault. Look, you're just getting started again, Jeff. What do you need her problems
Look, just
for?
drop it, Dad. I don't want to talk to you about it.
Oh, sure. Don't listen to your father. What the hell does he know? If you'd listened to me in the first place, you wouldn't have screwed up your life.
All right, that's it. I'm out of here.
Oh, sure. Run away. Just like when you were a kid.
I didn't run away when I was a kid, Dad. You drove me away. There's a difference, you know?
I drove you away? I tried to give you good advice. Is that driving you away? You could have gone to college, Jeff. You had the grades. But no, not you. You get a girl pregnant, you gotta marry her.
I married Ellen because I loved her. I'd have married her if she couldn't have a kid. What the hell am I doing this for? We had the same stupid argument 19 years ago. 19 years and nothing changes with you.
Oh, and with you, something changes, huh? She's gonna dump that kid on your problems and all. You'll see.
Dumping the kid on me, huh? You know what books I used to read when I was in prison, Dad? Books about raising kids. And from year one. But how you hold them and look at them and how quick they get to know you. And the terrible twos and the potty training and the first days in school. About the joys and their fears. Then I used to lie in my bunk at night and try to get myself to dream I was doing those things with my kid. Teaching him to swim and how to throw a ball. And you know what, Dad? In my dreams, my kid loved me. Just the same as I love him and his mom.
Yeah, that's a good scene. That's a good scene. Good stuff. You have to take a break? You're taking a break. Coming right back. Stay where you are. That's a good, powerful scene. Hi-ho, hi-ho. You probably haven't, we've talked about this every year we've done the show. You probably have not even decided to buy Christmas gifts yet. You wait till the last minute,
I like
don't
to
you?
wait till the last minute.
Why is that? I never understood
There's just
that.
a feeling about it. It's wonderful. The last couple of days you get out, you know.
And things are marked down then, I suppose, too.
No, they're already marked down already. Listen, people are having sales that never had sales before in their life.
That is true because of the economy. My first guest, I cannot think of anybody in recent history who has had such a rise in popularity in the last 2 or 3 years as Dudley Moore, and deservedly so. He's always been talented. I first saw Dudley in New York on Beyond the Fringe with Jonathan. Peter Cook? With Peter Cook. I was thinking of Jonathan. I was thinking of Jonathan. What's his name? The other. You know whom I'm talking about?
Let's ask the staff. Who is he talking about?
Dudley Moore.
No, Jonathan Miller.
That's right, Jonathan Miller.
He's another.
He was a doctor.
He is a doctor.
Yes.
Well, I was talking about Peter Cook, who worked with Dudley. He's been nominated for an Oscar.
Who? Peter Cook?
No. Dudley Moore has been nominated for and a couple of Tony Awards. Also been nominated. Yeah. Dudley. His latest movie is called 6 Weeks, and it co-stars Mary Tyler Moore. And it opens December the 17th, which is that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
You're starting to go just a little bit.
And his other new film, Lovesick, is going to be released in February. Would you welcome Dudley Moore? Not bad, huh?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. You get I'm a little dingy tonight. You get bizarre well, you're bizarre pretty much since I've ever known you.
Yes, yes.
You've got that kind of wavelength. But during the holiday season, people get anxiety attacks. They get stressed.
Yeah, you wonder what to buy, don't you, and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder what to stuff and
what to
buy.
What to buy. Do you buy?
Isn't that it?
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Do you buy stuff for a lot of people, or?
I try not to.
Yeah.
It's so hard not to, isn't it?
Yes. No, it's not easy.
To pass by and not buy stuff.
Or to stuff by and not
or
buy.
Stuff by.
Yes, and not
she's a nice girl by. But But no, I find it very difficult.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think this is getting us absolutely nowhere.
Do you know what I read about you or the articles? I cannot pick up a magazine without seeing pictures of you or an article about you.
Oh, I can think of a few.
Well, I didn't mean all of them, but many of them. And they call you Cuddly Dudley.
Oh.
Somebody, yeah.
Gag me with whatever it is.
With a hammer, I think. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, that started in England some years ago, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
There is a black singer called Cuddly Dudley.
That I didn't know.
Who I'm often mistaken for.
He's tall, isn't he?
He's tall guy.
yeah.
Tall guy.
Tall black
But
fella.
no, it's better than a flint driven into the head with a mallet.
You take what you get.
You take what you get. I
what's the
can't
difference?
complain.
Yeah. You're going to play the piano later. And most people, I'm sure, know that you are a musician. You started basically as a jazz.
Yeah. I started.
Jazz musician.
Started playing piano when I was 6, and I realized that jazz was a more sort of visceral music that got the juices going of the young girls in the school. I think the band would agree that that's the motivation behind playing.
Attracts women?
Sucking and blowing those things there. I think the main motivation was to give a sort of a hidden message.
That's right.
Well,
Well, you can look really hip, you know.
Hey.
I like to go to jazz clubs, and women think that's really cool to say.
Yeah.
And by the way you play, and
Yeah.
did it work out that way?
Yeah, I had a certain amount of
Few birds?
yeah, a few birds. Yeah, bit of crumpet here and
In case
there.
they don't know what we're talking about, in England, where they would say chicks here or so forth, they say birds over there.
Birds, yes, birds, crumpet,
Trumpets. And so forth.
skirt. Other awful. No, that's American too. That's rather nasty, isn't it?
What's that?
Of course. Skirt, isn't it?
They don't use that. I think that is like in the 30s and 40s.
Is it? Well, yes, I was.
Great looking skirt, you know.
Yes.
Broad was a word that was considered a long time ago really kind of offensive to women, and now they can use it meaning, hey, she's a good broad, meaning a nice woman.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't think it has that connotation anymore.
Extraordinary.
No. Not really, but I'm paid to do this kind of stuff, and that's really all I could come up with. When you say in England something is bloody awful, that is really.
Well,
expression is not used much, is it, on television?
well, no, it is used quite a lot because our television conventions are rather more relaxed. You know, like a saggy pair of underwear or something. No, that's not the best metaphor, but there's a certain.
Permissiveness?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. I've been wanting to use that word for weeks, and I try to sneak it in when I can.
But bloody is
how would you describe what that means?
It means very. You say something's bloody awful, it means very awful, or, you know. I remember my mother's hair going up on the back of her neck whenever the word was used.
Right.
She used to describe maybe a neighbor as a silly old COW, which, you know... Cow, but, yes. Things like...
Can I go on to the next plateau now?
Yeah. So she was particularly sensitive to even a word like bloody, which is very common.
Yeah. Let me give you another. Have you been drinking again, either? Oh, now here's an interview quote, and I've got it right here because I want to look at this for sure.
Oh.
It said, "You've covered a lot of ground with women between wives and girlfriends indulging in what you called meaningful one-night stands."
Yeah, well... I knew that phrase would come back to haunt me.
Yes, well, was that a fairly accurate...
Well, I was making the point. I felt... nicely put. That one can have a nice relationship with a woman, you know, that can be counted in minutes and seconds rather than years. It's just
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it is true.
You can be with somebody for 10 years and really not know them.
Yeah.
And be with somebody for half an hour
And really
know them. We're talking knowing. We're talking knowing. We have to do a bit of a message. Why do I start talking British when I had anybody from England on? Right on. We'll be back. Silly time, folks. You've gone mainly with actresses. You know, I mean,
Gone with
or dated or
yes,
so forth.
fed.
Is it fed? Loved, been enraptured with. Is it because they're in the same business that you feel more comfortable with them, or?
Well, I don't know. I must say I think actresses are a terrific lot. You know, they're that sounds terrible. I think they're interesting, exciting, they're electric, they're alive, they're attractive, and I have to leave now.
You getting excited just talking about it, or what?
There's something, I mean, it's obviously nice to have people in the same business as your friends, and that's really what it is.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. You ever worry about getting...
Yeah.
No. I wasn't going to say any. I had the other. You ever worried about... See, the way this works, I will complete the sentence.
I'm sorry,
That's all right.
I thought you had already...
You ever worry about getting older and losing your attractiveness?
That's very nice of you.
Well, women do. A lot of actresses do.
Well, I think actresses... I was discussing this on the plane coming here today. It's very... It's terrible, I think, being an actress, really, in this business. As an actor, you don't really have the same preoccupations. I mean, you know, I'll probably scream with panic at some point. Yes, I'll...
Yeah.
Yes,
you haven't had the midlife crisis yet.
Well, I had a midwife crisis.
Did you? Yes. That's probably a brutal affair, I suppose.
Brutal, and she pulled me out. I said, let me stay here. It's awfully nice and warm.
Yeah.
And
when you were a little boy, and I don't mean that as a put down. Or
No.
It's a pun.
Yes.
But I mean, you were a boy and little then.
Yes,
a younger
when I was a little boy.
You were probably smaller than boys of your average size. Of your average, not. Of course you would.
I'm with you.
That was not a complete question. You were probably smaller than boys your same age.
Yes.
Did that create any kind of a problem outside of being smaller?
It did preoccupy me for a long time. I'm glad you asked me that. I did wait till you completed.
Yes, I was finished. Yeah.
Was it good for you?
I'll say stop when I get to the end of it. I'll say stop. Your turn. Good. Your turn.
I was very embarrassed at gradually I saw these kids, you know, getting bigger and so forth. It was a preoccupation for a time, but now it doesn't bother me at all. It's nothing. It's
in fact, you get a lot of mileage out of the fact that you are
a squirt.
No.
He wasn't going to say
I wasn't going to say that.
No. I thought I'd just complete it for you.
Diminutive in stature
Diminutive, yes.
Compared to the guy...
Clint Eastwood.
Well, Clint's not all that.
He's not all that?
No, I wasn't finished yet.
I'm sorry.
Not all that big.
This is one of Merv's theme shows.
Yes. Yes, unfinished sentences. Look, anyway, the movie opens all over the... Well, I know it's all over the country.
Yes, all over.
All over the country. Tomorrow, which is Friday, December...
17th.
You throw your voice, too. That's wonderful. Swore Ed said that. December the 17th, and I hope it's a big hit. Really,
Thank you.
Because you're a remarkable talent, and I mean that.
Thanks.
Before you go, as they say. Anyway, before you go, as they always say, you do play.
Yes.
Nice piano.
Thank you.
Is that a compliment? You say nice piano? What would be a better...
Accomplished.
Yeah, I'll take anything.
Accomplished.
Nice,
skilled,
accomplished, skilled piano.
Skilled pianist who will now demonstrate the fact that I have just stated. Mr. Moore.
Thank you. This is a
go. I am finished with that.
Oh, yeah.
Theme from the film.
to perform because he loves audiences. And even at his own club in New York called Dangerfield, strangely enough, he still doesn't get any respect. But he'll be working at the Tropicana Hotel in Las Vegas for 6 weeks starting February the 17th. Rodney Dangerfield.
What a crowd! What a crowd! I'll tell you, I tell you, I'm all right now. Last week I was in rough shape, though, you know? My wife's father, he moved in with us. Has an electronic pacemaker. Every time he sneezes, the garage door opens. I saw my dentist, too, last week, another beauty. I said to him, Doc, look at my teeth, they're all getting yellow. He told me to wear a brown necktie. I'll tell you, last week was a rough week for me. I broke up my psychiatrist, too. He told me I'm going crazy. I said to him, if you don't mind, I'd like a second opinion. He said, all right, you're ugly, too. And then he told me to lay on the couch, face down. I tell you, on Halloween, that's when I know I'm ugly. I open the front door, kids give me candy. And girls, they don't like my looks either. Well, the other day, a girl was driving a one-way street. I yelled out, one way. She yelled back, no way. I don't know. I tell you, since I'm a kid, nobody wants me around, you know? I mean, the time I asked my old man, how can I get my kite in the air? He told me to run off a cliff. He did a lot of things, my old man. Well, once on my birthday, he gave me a dartboard with automatic return. And my mother, too, she never breastfed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. I tell you, since I'm a kid, I don't get no respect from anyone. Well, last week I donated blood. The family thanked me for saving their dog's life. And my wife, she's no better than the rest of them. I told them when I die, I want to be cremated. She's planning a barbecue. And with my wife, I got no sex life either. Outside my bedroom window, they caught a peeping Tom sleeping. What a sex life. Well, my dog keeps watching me in the bedroom, wants to learn how to beg. Yeah, my dog, that's another one. He taught my wife to roll over and play dead. Now, I'll tell you, my life, when she makes love to me, there's always a reason for it. One night she used me to time an egg. And I'll tell you something else, too. I don't like the nickname she gave me either. Microwave. Hey, Hollywood.
How are you? You're looking wonderful, Rodney.
Eric, thank you very much, Johnny. You look kind of cute yourself, you know that? Very nice. How you doing, all right?
Is it warm in here?
What's me? You know, the pressure. It's always there, you know.
You want me to I'll do a commercial, give you a chance to cool off a little bit?
Whatever you like. It's okay. I mean, it's not my ball game, you know.
That's right. But we'll do this right after this, sure.
Very nice.
Yeah,
So,
you look relaxed now.
well, I'm okay. I'm fine. Thanks very much. It's always nice. This relaxes me, being out here in
Does it really?
California. Nice people, you know. California's a pretty country, too.
You like
know.
it, huh?
Well, I like big mountains. They got big trees. You know, it's lovely out here.
Yeah.
You know, I love trees. You know that. Oh. Sometimes I spend a whole day just looking for a piece of oak and a hunk of ash. You know that. No, I mean, in New York, there's not many trees.
There's not many trees.
Well, where I live in New York, there's only one tree in my block, you know, and two guys live in it. I'm telling you, it's
You live in a rough neighborhood.
Oh, very bad. Are you kidding? My neighborhood? Forget about all kinds of people there.
Yeah.
But this last week, a guy rotated my tires from my car to his. No, my neighborhood, there's always problems, though. You kidding? My block is a beautiful children's zoo, you know. Last week, 4 kids escaped. I mean, always problems. No, but I'll tell you, kids are bad today, Johnny. They're bad today, Johnny.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, my kid, too, full of smart answers, you know. Well, the other day I said to him, I says, you're young, you don't have it upstairs. He told me I was old, I don't have it downstairs. Now, I mean, people can drive you nuts, Johnny, you know?
Yeah.
Like the other night I went into a place, I asked the bartender for a double. He brought out some guy who looked like me. You gotta relax, that's the whole thing.
That's right.
I can't relax for Christ, that's the whole problem. You kidding my friend, the Dr. Vinny Boombatz, he knows how to relax.
I was going to ask you about him. I thought his name
He's
would
doing
come
fine, doing fine. I'm glad you brought it up, too.
Yeah.
He's doing fine, you know. Doing fine. He's busy, you know. His new book just came out.
He has a new book?
Big book, all about hamburgers.
About hamburgers?
Hamburgers, yeah. The book's entitled, She Was in Love with a Quarter Pounder Until She Tried the Whopper. It's a very good...
Good job. Your doctor writes a lot of funny books, doesn't he?
Yeah. All about hamburgers, yes, read, boy. Well, I'll tell you, Johnny, I count my blessings.
Do you really?
I count my blessings, you know. You know, I'm doing okay today. Show business, I was broke for years, you know. I never had any money. I couldn't buy nothing. I used to go to orgies to eat the grapes. Are you kidding? I had no money at all. No money at all. My whole life, I never got a break with anything. You kidding? With me, nothing comes easy, nothing. Well, last week, my gay uncle died. Left me all his dresses. Don't get a break with nothing, Johnny.
Hasn't been a good year, has it?
I never had any luck with girls either. You kidding?
Really?
Never had any luck with it. By the time I was 16 years old, I had sex once and VD twice. Never had luck with it. When I was a kid, I never got girls, never.
Really?
My friends didn't know, though. I fooled them, you know. I used to go to drive-in movies alone and do push-ups in the back seat of my car. You know? I mean, I got a girl here and there, but nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing. Well, one time I took out a real fat girl. Ooh, was she fat? Big girl. Fat out there. Well, she was so fat, I mean, during sex, guys asked directions. You know what I mean?
That's a big girl. Big girl.
Big girl. Fat as no guy. I lose some weight myself, Johnny. It's awful. That's the whole thing. They look thin, you know?
Yeah.
I found out the best way to look thin, you hang out with fat people. It's the only way, I'm telling you, you know? It's healthy, thin, and health. That's what's health. We didn't come to health yet.
Right.
That's right. Health is important, you know? And I'm getting old. I'm not a kid anymore, you know that? We all get old. I'm at the age now, I tell you, I'm envious of a stiff wind, you know? I'm very old. It's tough to work it out, you know?
Yeah, of course,
It's tough.
you got to take them on the road, you know.
I've been more depressed than ever lately, too,
Are you
Johnny.
depressed?
Very depressed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, laugh it up, will you? I'm very depressed. No, I'm very depressed. It's worse than ever. This depression,
Yeah, go
it's
ahead.
like a heaviness on top of me, Johnny.
yeah.
It's always there, this heaviness, always right on top of me, you know? Other guys get up in the morning, a new day, up and at 'em. I wake up, the heaviness is waiting for me nice, you know? And sometimes I even talk to it. And I say, hi, heaviness. And the heaviness looks back at me, today you're going to get it good, you know? You'll be drinking early today. And I don't want to drink because I'm a bad drinker, I'll tell you that, Johnny. When I drink the next day, I got to do two things. I got to try and locate my car, and I got to bring back the car I took. I mean, I'm a bad drinker. Remember that one? Yeah, sure.
Of course I do.
Of course you do. Well, you know a lot of my bed. I don't know. Bring on the next guy. I don't know what to do.
When you come to the end of the conversation, you come to the end of the conversation. A lot of guys taper off. Rodney doesn't fool around. Bring out the next guy. You're a funny man.
Thank you very much.
We'll do this and we'll be right back.